Welcome to a Mode, a platform where young ladies come to get motivated. 12 Rules of Interview Etiquette. Whether you're looking for your first job or you're a seasoned professional, it never hurts to brush up on etiquette basics, as your qualifications and skills are only a part of what the hiring manager is looking for. Whether you get the job depends largely on how you fare at the interview. What you do, what you say, and how you say it is also equally important. The vetting process for the interview starts from the first time you walk through the door to the final handshake of the last person involved on your way out. By using basic and interview etiquette, you can improve your chances of landing the job you desire. Apart from your knowledge and experience, you'll have to appear professional, confident, and capable, as you will be judged not only on your ability to do the job itself, but also on how well you will get along with the people with whom you will be working with on a daily basis. The hiring manager watches your communication skills and your manners to predict whether you'll work well with others. These lessons will help you learn how to behave in a business setting. In this video, we shall discuss 12 rules of interview etiquette. Let's get started. 1. Prepare. Taking time to prepare is the most conscientious thing you can do before an interview. A job opening at a company typically indicates a real need for more people, meaning that the individuals you're interviewing with are taking time from their schedules to speak with you. The best way to be respectful is to arrive fully prepared to answer their questions and ask your own insightful questions. There are several questions that you're pretty much guaranteed to be asked during an interview, like why do you want to work for this company, what are your strengths and weaknesses, and where do you see yourself in 5 years, just to name a few. So, be prepared with insightful answers for these classics, plus be familiar with other interview questions typically asked in your field, too. Practice looking in the mirror and answering the questions out loud. This prep work will help you clarify your thoughts and make you much more comfortable during the interview. 2. Diligent research. At minimum, review the company's website and Google its key players. Find out who you'll be interviewing with and learn something about them, such as when they were last quoted in a publication or if they've recently received an award. Casually reference the information during the interview and quote specifics, such as "I see, the company has introduced a new product line over the past year." You'll project the image of someone who is interested, does their homework, and pays attention to details. 3. Treat everyone with respect. This extends to all areas of life, and it remains true in the context of a job interview. From the moment you leave your home on the day of the interview, make a conscious effort to be respectful. Be mindful of how you behave on the commute or in an elevator, or with the serving staff. No one wins points for cutting off the CEO in the parking lot or failing to hold the door for the hiring manager. Think ahead of time about how you'll treat everyone in the office with respect and present yourself well. Security personnel, receptionists, and anyone else you encounter on your way to the interview room may be asked to give feedback on you. 4. Modulate the tone of your voice. Oftentimes your tone of voice communicates more than your words do. You can say you know how to perform the job duties, but if it doesn't sound like you do, then you won't inspire much confidence in the hiring manager. Pay attention to things for how to sound more confident, like pause before answering in order to gather your thoughts. A 5-second pause may seem like a long time to you, but it will likely show the interviewer that you have considered your answer. Stick with a factual, but interested tone. Avoid raising the pitch of your voice at the end of a statement. Doing so can change the tone of your statement to that of a question, which makes you seem uncertain. Avoid using the same tone for every answer, though, as it can make you sound bored. Practice your answers before you go. If you have a good answer prepared and practiced, it will be on the tip of your tongue. You will sound more confident if you are not trying to think up an answer on the spot. Try to reduce the number of times you use filler words like like, and you know. They can imply that you are not sure about what you want to say. Don't apologize for being nervous. Doing so actually calls more attention to the fact that you are worried about your performance. Get some public speaking practice beforehand. Consider joining a local public speaking group. You can also just practice with family or friends, and they can give you helpful feedback. 5. Rehearse polite and confident body language. Body language can communicate almost as much information as what you are actually saying. Your true thoughts and attitude are often reflected in your body language. The more positive you feel about the interview and your abilities, the more likely this will be reflected in your body language. Starting from as you enter the building, hold your head up and pull your shoulders back. Your posture and stride will help you convey professionalism and confidence. You may want to practice this walk before the interview so it feels natural. While you're waiting for your interviewers, sit with your back straight and shoulders open. Hands can rest on your lap or armrests. Feet flat on the floor or crossed at the ankles. Avoid being on your phone so you can keep your body language open and focus on being present. During the interview, find the right balance for your energy. You want to be upbeat without being aggressive. One way to strike this balance is to avoid leaning too far back or coming forward too much. Sit up straight, using your hands to gesture rather than moving your body. Also, be aware of what you're communicating through your posture and stance, and make sure it's good. For example, sitting with your arms and legs crossed sends a message that you are closed off or feel defensive. If you keep your hands in your lap the entire interview, you could signal that you lack self-confidence. And twirling your hair can make you look nervous or juvenile. Next, always stand up when someone else comes into the room. Professionally, you lose respect and credibility by staying seated. It sends a weak and powerless message. Bring your things in a bag or portfolio that's easy to hold and can neatly contain everything you need. You don't want to appear encumbered or disorganized. Respect common space. Don't lounge in the waiting or interview rooms in a way that inconveniences others, like resting your feet on another chair, spreading your legs, placing your belongings in a chair someone else could sit in, etc. Think your movements through ahead of time so you're not distracted during the interview. There's a few ways you can improve your body language. Try video recording yourself during a practice interview to observe your nonverbal cues. You can also practice with a friend or use a web conferencing tool like Zoom, which allows you to see a mirror view of yourself while you are talking to another person. Pay attention to any unflattering mannerisms you may have, like biting your lip, scowling while thinking, or nervous tapping. While it is good to be aware of any body language concerns, the best way to portray good body language is to approach the interview with a positive attitude. When you feel positive, you will naturally relax and smile more, thus making you appear more confident and appealing. 6. Ace the introductions. Introduce yourself to the receptionist and to everyone you meet in the organization. If you are sitting when someone approaches you, stand up before you shake their hand. Look them in the eyes and smile. Offer a greeting, like "It's nice to meet you," and say their name. You'll be more likely to remember their name if you say it out loud when you first meet. For the handshake, you want to be firm but not grip their hand too strongly. Make sure your hand isn't limp. Here's another tip. If you happen to be on the receiving end of a limp handshake, give their hand a gentle squeeze. This can prompt them to make their hand firmer. Make eye contact when you're being asked and answering questions. This eye contact doesn't need to be continuous or too intense. Use it strategically to indicate that you're listening or to emphasize an important point. You want to convey to the interviewer that you are focused on them and very much in the moment. 7. Dress professionally. An interview may be the only shot you have to impress the decision maker in person, so make sure you're dressed impeccably. It's always better to overdress than underdress, but do some sleuthing and find out what the corporate dress culture is before you walk through the door. A dark suit, pants or skirt and a crisp white shirt, manicured nails, simple makeup, and clean, professional shoes will be perfect in most cases. And, please avoid dangling earrings, too much perfume, heavy makeup, unkempt hair and multiple, clanking bracelets. 8. Smile. Yes, we understand a job interview is a high-pressure situation, but freezing up and looking nervous will lose you points in the few critical moments that you have to shine. Smiling naturally will make you appear confident, friendly, and approachable. Even if you're not feeling it, fake it. Smile conveys that you're someone who can get along with fellow employees, wow the boss, and impress the clients. 9. Accept water. If your interviewer offers you a glass of water, take it, even if you're not thirsty. This little prop can help buy you time to formulate an answer to a difficult question or just give you a moment to center yourself. 10. Be assertive. Keep in mind that the job interview is a two-way street. It's an opportunity for you to sell yourself to the company, but also to learn more about the workplace, to see if the position and environment are a good fit for you. Go in with a few questions, such as details about the type of work that the position entails, the corporate culture, and the typical career path of someone who holds the position. Be assertive and don't be scared to speak up. Not asking questions can signal that you're uninformed or uninterested. 11. Respond to the questions positively. The largest part of your interview will be spent answering questions, so you will definitely want to know how to answer questions well. Follow simple rules for answering questions like: ask for clarification if needed. An interviewer will not be put off by your questions. In fact, they may be impressed that you took the time and effort to ask. Be honest. Never embellish your past accomplishments. If you're lacking a critical skill, tell the hiring manager that you haven't had the opportunity to develop that skill yet, but that you are eager to learn. Stay true to your message. Focus on the reasons the company should hire you. What skills and qualifications do you have that can be put to good use by this company? Always answer questions with your audience in mind. If you are switching fields, the interviewer may not understand some of the technical terms from your past role. Don't use jargon if it isn't relevant to the position you're applying for. Avoid topics that can get you into trouble. These typically include things in your personal life, such as your age, religion, or political beliefs. Use clear and concise language. Speak slowly and carefully to make sure your words are being understood. 12. Follow up with a proper thank you. You should follow up with an email, thank you to the hiring manager, within 24 hours. This can be a quick note, simply thanking them for their time and for the chance to learn more about the company, or a longer note that elaborates on some things you talked about. If you have multiple interviews on the same day with various people, it's best to send a personalized thank you note to each individual who interviewed you. In addition to the email, it's appropriate to send a handwritten note. Even if you don't get the job this time, closing the loop with a thank you note can be a way to continue a professional relationship with this person. Lastly, no need to go overboard and do not send a gift or flowers after the interview. And yes, it's been done. Other things to keep in mind for interviews. Be on time. If you're going to be late, show that you are respectful of the interviewer's time and call to say when you'll be arriving. Thank the interviewer for taking the time to meet with you, both at the beginning of the interview and again at the end. Shake hands with everyone, using a firm, but not forceful, grip, and make strong eye contact. Place your loose items on the floor next to your seat, in your lap, or on the side table, coffee table, or in front of you at a conference table. Your bag should be kept at your feet, not on a chair or table. Do not ask for refreshments. If refreshment is offered, you can accept it. Keep electronic devices turned completely off. A phone set to vibrate will interrupt the meeting. Keep a positive and friendly attitude. This includes ending on a high note and sharing your enthusiasm about the possibility of working there. When it comes to interviewing, practice makes perfect, and knowing the rules ahead of time is a great start. So be prepared, be confident, and be yourself, and you'll shine. Good luck! Did you like the video? If yes, please like and subscribe. Your subscribing to our channel will help it grow. Thank you for watching Ola Mode. Until next time. Bye.